Well, you're never too young to go to the zoo or the aquarium and continue a life of learning of the world around us. That's what the month of June is all about. Well, let's welcome back Ashley Dolnack, Public Relations Coordinator for the South Carolina Aquarium. Welcome back.
Thanks so much for having me again.
June is a very special month, and today specifically.
Yeah.
So Zoo and Aquarium Month, but today is?
World Oceans Day.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah, so we want to talk about that in just a little bit, but let's talk about some of the sea turtle activity that you've had going on at the aquarium.
Yes, so we, on May 25th, so not too long ago, we held our first public release of 6 sea turtles back to the Atlantic Ocean. It was our first public release in 3 years, so it was really exciting to be able to invite the public back to
well, congratulations
watch this
on
occasion.
that. Yeah, absolutely. So this is because of COVID. That's why it's taken 3 years for you to do this.
Primarily. Our last public release was in 2019, so we of course paused some of those larger gatherings, so we were able to have a smaller but still sizable crowd be able to join us.
Yes, and it's a cycle, right? So you rehabilitate turtles, they go back home, and then you admit new ones.
Correct.
And you have 2 new ones that you've recently admitted.
We do. So far we already have 2 new patients for 2022. Aries, who is a green sea turtle, and then Pluto, who is a loggerhead sea turtle. So
well,
noticing the new theme for this year's planets and constellations.
I like that. and while we're on the subject, maybe you can tell us the difference between those 2 sea turtles and just in general the sea turtles that we tend to see up and down the South Carolina coast.
Sure. So here there are 7 species of sea turtle found across the world. We see 4 of them on the shores of South Carolina. So that would be the loggerhead, who's our state reptile, as well as Kemps-Ridley sea turtles, greens, and we also see leatherbacks. Much more rarely, but we do have leatherbacks off our coast.
And are they generally all the same size, or some much larger than others? Do they have different habits and things?
Yeah. So the loggerheads are certainly of the ones that we see here most, probably the largest that we'll see. They're also the ones that nest primarily on our beaches. So though we'll see nesting from greens and Kemps-Ridleys, the loggerheads are primarily what are coming ashore during nesting season, which is now until September 30th. The leatherbacks are certainly the largest turtle, but again, those are fairly rare to be seen, but we have treated one in our Sea Turtle Care Center.
You have. That's incredible.
Yes.
So this also brings up just, a reminder for everybody who's going out to the beach, because of course now the sun is shining, the weather's fabulous, we all want to go to the beach, but you have to mind Mother Nature.
Absolutely.
So let's start with the nesting.
Yeah, so like I mentioned, it is nesting season right now. So that is also why we typically see the most strandings this time of year as well. Just more turtles are coming ashore. We also have more people on the beaches this time of year than any other. So it's going to be really common for us to start seeing more stranded sea turtles come in. So while it's nesting season, we of course always want folks to be mindful of their beaches. So while you're out there enjoying the beach, make sure that you leave it just like you found it, or even better. So what we like to say is that, bring in all of your trash, make sure that you're filling in any of your holes as well that your kids might be digging. If you're building sand castles, before you leave, make sure you knock those down. And all of those are just things that we can do to help create a safe path for turtles to and from nesting, because they will go from the water up to the dunes.
Right.
So that just helps clear that path for them.
Absolutely. And also during the evenings, don't shine any bright lights.
Exactly.
Just keep it natural, folks.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about National Ocean Day, or World Ocean Day, I should say. So just a few reminders for people to keep their world around them clean.
Absolutely.
It's not just at the beach.
Not just at the beach. So we're all connected to the ocean. So whether you live inland here or inland anywhere, or here on the coastline here or anywhere, we're all connected to the ocean. So it's always great to just be mindful of trash and debris, because it can always end up in our waterways. And then, just while you're at the beach, or really anywhere, but specifically at the beach since it's ocean today, just remember that that's a home for wildlife. So while you're there, you're really visiting that beach, and you're visiting, all these other animals that call that place home. So, keep your distance. You might see shorebirds or sea turtles during nesting season. So just give them a wide range of space to do what they need to do.
Yeah, touch with your eyes, as your parents always say. Touch with your eyes. Any special events happening at the aquarium?
So we are actually, with summer coming up, we have lots of different ways for folks to be able to get involved. So on this World Oceans Day, if you'd like to do your part, to give back to the water that gives so much to us, we encourage folks to check out seaquarium.org/conservation events. Throughout the summer, we'll be hosting weekly litter sweeps, so you can sign up for those really anytime. They're happening all along the coast. And we're also involved with an SCDNR restoration project that is happening in Maryville, which is in the Ashleyville neighborhood of West Ashley. So we'll actually be doing marsh plantings and reinvigorating that salt marsh there. So just bringing all of that back to life, and we're hoping to be expanding those. So
I want to thank you so much for coming back, Ashley. So great to see you.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thank you.
We're back after this.